Now, folks, we have got martins flying all over Richie's Roost and Shaco today. They have discovered my martin house, and they are carrying on. I love to hear them, but just in case you hear them chirping, don't worry about it. Geese over there on the pond, they're making a racket too, so hopefully they won't disturb anything. Look, neighbor of mine out here at Shaco was telling me a tall tale the other day, and I'm not going to tell you who he was, but if you've been watching any of my prior videos, you probably have a pretty good idea of who it is. And he was telling a tall tale and putting a little different slant on the creation of the world in this particular situation. He said that it seems that God on the seventh day was resting after his labor and pointed downward through the clouds and said to the archangel Michael, "Did you see what I just made, Michael?" Michael said, What is that, Lord?" He said, "It's a planet, and I put life on it. And I'm going to call it Earth, and it's going to be a great place of balance." And Michael said, "Balance?" God said, "Yes, balance. For example, this place that I'm going to call Europe has two sections. Northern Europe will be a place of great opportunity and wealth, but cold, while Southern Europe will be poor, but sunny and pleasant. And I've made some lands abundant in water, and others will be parched deserts. Some will be extremely hot, and others will be very cold and covered in ice." Well, Michael was impressed, and he pointed to one place and said, "Well, what's that one?" And God said, "Oh, that's the United States of America, the most glorious place on earth. There are beautiful beaches, streams, lakes, hills, mountains, and forests. The people in the United States are going to be handsome and modest, intelligent and humorous, and are going to be found traveling the world. They'll be extremely sociable, hard-working, and high-achieving, and they'll be known throughout the world as diplomats and carriers of peace." And Michael looked puzzled and said, "Well, what about the balance, Lord? You said that in every place there would be balance." And God replied, "Well, wait till you see the idiots I put in Washington, D.C. Well, now, I don't guess he meant all of D.C., just those in domed buildings. But knowing that neighbor of mine, I didn't want to get much more into that conversation because he might try and work Shaco into that balance thing, and who knows how that'd turn out. A little aside here. Ukraine is fighting for its very life. Will the timid idiots in Washington finally do something momentous and consequential and correct and send those brave people the equipment and the planes they need to survive? And I'll put that and emphasize that in a way maybe you even can understand. Would you do that? Pretty please? Another aside, we'll celebrate this month of my being on this planet for 85 years. And to celebrate those 85 years, my bride and I have decided to do a skydive this week. So that's what we're going to do, and I'll tell you all about it next week, assuming, of course, everything works out like it's supposed to. I'm Jim Ritchie. I'll see you again next time.